Okay, November 17th, 2015, a little after 6 a.m. Okay, after the dream I had about the incident at Hillcrest. I had a dream where I was in a room with a guy. Oh, the world was a mess. The world was a mess. And either the beast was revealed or it was obvious that he was about to be revealed. Like, it was real obvious that everything was leading towards something. Like some kind of change. There was a song playing that we had known all our lives. But it was obvious that the song had always been about this time. About the time when this change would come. The man that had the change got to be Obama. But anyway, me and this guy were in this room. See what happened. Everybody was supposed to do this certain thing, but I refused to do it. I refused to do it. And somebody was telling me that, or I knew beforehand. So anyway, I'm in the room with that guy, and I was like, oh wow, that's talking about the mark of the beast, talking about the guy with the change. And he was like, oh well, to tell you the truth, like, I want it. I'm for it. I think it's a good thing. And I just stopped talking to him. I didn't say nothing else. I didn't go to argue with him or tell him that it was bad or anything because I knew he was gone. He was gone. Whew. And that's how it's going to be. After them people take that mark, they're gonna curse God before they regret it. They won't even regret it. They'll just curse God. Even when their punishment comes. It says that in Revelation. That instead of repenting of the stuff they did, they curse God. So when them people do that, they reprobate. They totally reprobate. No sense in trying to convert them. No sense. Jesus. So everybody was doing this certain thing, like following after this thing. And I guess it was the New World Order or the Beast or something. But I don't know. But I just know everybody was doing it. And they were trying to get me to do it. And I just felt like, no, that's not the thing to do. It wasn't saying that, oh, this is the beast, but it was just something that I knew I wasn't supposed to do, but it was the beast. So anyway, everybody left out the room because, if I didn't do this certain thing, I was just going to be left alone because everybody was doing it. The whole crowd was doing it. So I was by myself in this room, and I know everybody was inside of this church, and I was on the outside in the car. And I was getting dressed. I was getting dressed in the car. So, I think people was coming up to me, like trying to get me to go in. But I knew that church wasn't right. I knew them people were sinners. It wasn't godly people. They did not have the Spirit. It was just the type of people that I would not be around. But it was like they were the only option. So, like I said, it'll be like everybody's doing it. And you'll be standing alone if you don't do it. So, then it seemed like those people were like telling me something like, no, you need to come join us, and you're being ridiculous, you're wrong, you need to you're suffering this way for nothing. You need to just get a husband and come join us. In other words, like, as though my celibacy was for nothing. Like I'm wasting my time. Just go date the normal way, their normal way, and get a husband. Because that's the reason why a lot of people who are not married in the church, because they have a standard that God has, that we have to have in a mate. And plus the wisdom that God gives you to know what's not going to work or what's not for you. Or you read in the Bible where Paul was single and he said it was better to be single than to get married. So anyway, they were like saying that, trying to make me doubt that I was doing the right thing. And then after that, everybody was gone. There was something else going on that I can't really remember clearly. But what did happen, and I remember clearly, was everybody disappeared. And they left and went somewhere. Sakina Kirkman was in the stream too, but she was caught up in the crowd. T.D. Jakes came through a doorway, and I was like across the room. Everybody had left. And he came in as though he was being real deep. And oh my gosh, he inside of the holes of his mouth, inside of him, and out of the holes in his face, there was light coming out. Yeah. He was like some glowing, illuminated being, but from inside. And through the holes in his face, like when he talked and opened his mouth, you could see the light coming out. And he said, he like gave this like really official sounding prophecy to me. Like commanding, like, you go and get a husband. And I forget the second part of what he said, but it went with that. And it was exactly what I had heard before. And so for like a split second, I said, what did you say? And he said it again. But I know that he's a false prophet. So it sounded very official what he said, though. Very official. And like I said, I had heard the exact same words before. And when he first walked into the room, there was no one else in the room. And as he started, it was a big room, big room. And nothing else was in it but me and him. And he came through this door on the other side of the room, a door from the corner. And he said, are you? And I said, and I was thinking to myself, are you talking to me? Because he's walking towards me. And I'm like, T.D. Jakes is famous. What would he be talking to me for? And I was hoping he wasn't talking to me. But Knowing I was the only one in the room, I knew he had to be talking to me. So sure enough, but he didn't come real close. Came too close for my comfort, though. And then he started walking back out the room after he said that stuff, trying to make me marvel and trying to make me think. He said, you go find a husband and you such and such and such and such, like come out of my steadfastness. Basically, he was trying to get me to do. And then I said, wait a minute. I said, who is Lord? I said, who is the Lord? I said, who is Lord and God of all? If you can't say Jesus is Lord of all, I don't believe you. And he walked right back. He walked right out the door without saying anything. And so I knew he was false. I knew he was false. Plus, he wouldn't come real close to me. And I didn't want him to anyway. He was wicked. So that was that dream. I forgot about that. All right, bye.